Hi guys, Righteous Rhema back again with another powerful dose of truth for the day. Well, actually, I have two powerful doses of truth. As you know, I like to bring to you all the new technologies. They may not be new, but they're new to me. The new narcissistic technologies that they use to torture their partners, with this, So the two new terms that I've heard of are moral licensing and intermittent reinforcement. Moral licensing and intermittent reinforcement, So I'm going to tie these two together. So I've heard of intermittent reinforcement, but I've heard about it when it came to casinos and people who like to gamble a lot. And it helps them to develop a gambling addiction. I say words, sometimes I break up words that TikTok would not select my video. I may say addict and I may say abuse, So this is how they kind of get you into a gambling addiction, They have you win just random times. You think you feel like I feel lucky today. It's not about luck. The casinos watching you on cameras all the time. They know the last time you won, and they just decide, okay, she ain't won since December 12th. We'll let her win February 2nd. So then you sitting there, you won December 12th. You feel so excited. Oh my gosh, I won. I feel lucky today. You've been playing all this time, hoping for your next hit. You're giving all this energy into this machine, and then they just decide, okay, we're gonna let her hit December 2nd. Win December 2nd. Oh my gosh, I won December 2nd. You start putting all your money into it, and you get nothing until, let's say, March 15th. They pick random days. They let you win. They're watching on cameras all the time. They know your faces, all the things. So we're not talking about casinos. We're talking about dating, We're talking about narcissistic relationships, platonic and romantic. So I have a little drawing here. This is my depiction of intermittent reinforcement. So this is your life. When you first start with the narcissist, they're super affectionate. Let's say the rug represents hugs. Let's say the couch represents kisses. And let's say the curtains represents gifts. And let's say the plant represents trips. And the pillows represent, good listening skills. So they're giving you all this good loving. A little picture here represents laughter, So it feels all good, right? It feels really good with the narcissist. Feels really good. And out of nowhere, boom, you get a window. You're like, what's happened? I don't know what happened. What I do wrong? He just ghosted me. He stopped hitting me up. He was texting me every day for 5 weeks, and he just stopped texting me. He's giving me one word answer. What's going on? And then he decides, it's been a few weeks. Let me give her some. Everything comes right back. You're like, oh my God. I was freaking out. I was so terrified. I thought I lost him. Everything felt so good. Everything felt so right. And then 3 weeks later, he just intermittent reinforcement. He pulls away all the love and affection. He's in a bare room with just a window. And he says, I want to make sure she don't get too spoiled. I don't want her to not appreciate me. I got to make myself be absent every now and again. That way she appreciate me when I'm there. It's been about 4 more weeks. I come back around. Super love, super affectionate, listening, conversation, laughter, jokes, gifts, trips, all the things. And then she get too comfortable. I don't want her to get too comfortable. She may try to leave me first. So I'm going to cut it all off. And this is how they get you addicted. When they keep doing this, and it won't be like on a consistent schedule, like 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off, 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off. It'll be you doing good for 2 months, and then you don't know what happened, you don't know what hit you. This builds addiction. This is how they get you addicted at casinos, The whole hot cold thing, your brain is starved from missing out their dopamine. So when they bring it back to you, your brain gets a flood of relief, and dopamine rushes in your brain, and you're super attached and attracted to them. And so the unpredictability is what gets you addicted, So unpredictability, The random awards or random calls or random love, it leads to obsession. It's the weirdest thing. Look it up. The random awards lead to obsession. That's why so many people are gambling addicts, even though they hardly ever win. They might have won 3 times in their life and then put $18,000 into this machine this year, and they won maybe back $2,000. This is how the narcissistic relationship is. You pour all this love into this person. When you look back at it, you're like, I really didn't get as much as I put in. You didn't get a very good ROI, return on investment, So watch out for that, So now I'm going to talk about moral licensing. This is kind of related to it. This is moral licensing. So moral licensing is another narcissistic manipulation tactic where they use the nice, kind things they do for you to justify them mistreating you. Now, this is talking about presence and then absence. But now we're talking about kindness and cruelty. Let's flip this thing around from kindness to cruelty. My ex also did this. My ex did this as well. He would just, I would call it hot code. He would just be super affectionate, super present, super kind, and he would just be cruel out of nowhere. Like nothing happened, no argument, nothing happened. He was just sometimes within minutes, he would be super affectionate and kind, and he would just say something really cruel. And I'm like, what's that about? He was doing intermittent reinforcement on me, and he felt like he could rely on a moral licensing. So moral licensing is when a person, they do a lot of nice things to you, like credit. So like, let's say he buys your groceries. That's a credit. Let's say this is $100. Let's say it's a $100 coin. He bought your groceries, okay? Took on your dream vacation. And let's say he adopted your son, okay? He does 3 really nice things for you. And, you know, you're feeling all high from that. And then he says, I've done 3 nice things for her. He's like, we need to cash these in. So now he's going to put his fist through your eye. Then he's going to have 2 affairs on you. Then he's going to take your car and run all the gas out of it and maybe even wreck your car. Moral licensing is when someone thinks that their one act of kindness can justify 100 acts of cruelty, okay? They only do nice things to you so they can cash in on it later because they are sadistic. They are sadists. Sadists are people who derive satisfaction, pleasure, or sexual gratification from the mistreatment, the humiliation, the pain, the suffering of others, okay? These are some sick individuals who receive pleasure, satisfaction, and sexual gratification out of the mistreatment, the abuse, the pain, the suffering of others. And so your narcissist is a sadist, okay? They delight in hurting you and mistreating you, okay? So they only do nice things for you. They only adopted your son because they plan on beating you later. They only pay for their dream ship so they can quit their job and they can pay all the bills. They only listen to you cry about your mother passing away because they were gonna throw it in your face in the future. They were gonna cash in on those kind acts, okay? Those kind acts, okay? So in the beginning, you know, they say a little compliment, they say a little cruelty. I like your hair like that. You like a clown. Oh, you lost a little weight. You lose a little too much weight. You try to look a little sick. You know, your head got the little bobblehead action going on. So it starts off small, but they kind of balance it out. It's a kindness, a cruelty, a kindness, a cruelty, a kindness, a cruelty. Then they start getting kind of lazy. Their ratio starts going off. The ratio starts going off. So before it was like tit for tat. Now it's like they do 1 act of kindness and then they'll do 20 acts of cruelty. And it's like the scales are not really balancing, okay? So they think that they're good deeds, and this is from Everything Professor on YouTube, Everything Professor. They think that they can get credit for doing kindness and then they cash in on it later. They think that, well, this is proof that I care. I mean, if I didn't care about you, why would I have been there at your father's funeral? If I didn't care about you, then why did I donate blood for your surgery that you had? So they do cruel things to you and you're like, hey, you're being kind of mean, spirit. You're being kind of cruel to me. I'm kind. Remember, I'm kind. And it feels weird to call somebody kind who we already designated as kind. It feels cool to name somebody that we already designated or labeled as kind is now cruel. It's like, how can I call him cruel? He paid off my student loans. How can I call him cruel now? Okay. They think that one apology can justify 10 insults. They can insult you at the 1 hour argument. Then they say, well, I said I'm sorry. But did I say I'm sorry? And they think that one pathetic sorry erases all the cruel things they said to you, okay? But this is the thing, you all. Goodness can't be stockpiled and spent at a later date. Every act stands for itself. You cannot stockpile all your goodness. Look at the goodness I did for you. Look at the good I did for you. Look at the kindness I did for you. I did this for you. I did this for you. I did this for you in 2001. I did this for you in 2003. I did this for you in 2015. I did this for you in 2021. They feel they can stockpile all their goodness and then put it to the side and treat you like crap for the rest of the relationship. Are they crazy? They think that they can leverage their kindness to be cruel to you for the rest of the relationship. But y'all, goodness cannot be used as a weapon, okay? To silence your complaints. They cannot use their goodness as a weapon to silence your complaint. This is from Everything Professor on YouTube. They think that the good erases the bad. They think that one act of favor, a 1 year favor, can erase years of neglect. You deserve to be treated well all the time, consistently. Thanks for watching, guys. Buy my book on Amazon. Bye.